All right, welcome back, boys. Today is Monday, May 5th. May the 5th be with you? No, Cinco de Mayo. Hoy está el 5 de Mayo. Bienvenido a mi live stream. Soy mi nombre, but you never say, me llamo Alalid. No sé por qué no puedo hablar en español, porque hace mucho tiempo desde tenía una oportunidad para practicar. Pero porque hoy es el 5 de mayo, tal vez podemos hablar en español por todo el programa. Voy a pensarlo, pero probablemente no, porque ya me siento como mi mente está cansado. Because I haven't really spoken in Spanish in so long. As always, my name is Addy, and I thought we would start with a we will warm up the stream, so to speak. You know, you can't just jump right into the stream. You got to give it a little finesse. Maybe you got to give the stream a little finesse. I'm not going to say what I actually want to say, but you gotta take your time. You gotta ease yourself into it. You just can't jump right into it. That's how the stream rejects you, and really it's just no, get away from me. You have to take your time with the stream and kind of, and I know you. Can we just play a game? I've been so tired all day today. I don't know what's going on. Am I on mute? Did I unmute myself? No, I'm talking. All right, you can hear me. Come on, let's get a game going. I just want to play a quick game in order to kind of get into the groove of things. So how was everybody's weekend? I hope everybody had a fantabulous weekend. I know that I did. What did I do this weekend? I don't even remember what I did. Let's start with yesterday. Yesterday was a very rainy day. As it's been a very rainy day. It looks like it's going to rain today. Yesterday was a very rainy day. What did we do? I don't even remember. Jesus. It's because we didn't do anything. We went to the Asian grocery store. I remember that. I mean, this is the excitement that is my life. Can we just get a game going? Come on, let's try 10 minute rapid. Let's try that. Okay, here we go. We're playing black, and we are playing against Toto's Chess. Let's see what we got going. Let's do this. All right, here we go. I usually fare better when I play black. I don't know why. I think I'm a better defensive player, and I think playing black kind of inherently puts you on the defense. All right, we're just going to go ahead and kick this bishop out. I remember, this is what I always do. I never let a bishop get the hand up there. I'll let the bishop sit there. If he goes here, this might be some type of let's go here. Let's see if he brings the knight down here. But yeah, so the weekend, it was a pretty low key weekend, since I had just returned from my big trip that I talked about on Friday, and then literally was in bed both nights by 9 o'clock. I love going to bed. I do. I love going to bed. And today was one of I was talking to somebody today about how I have known people throughout my time on this planet, because I've had a bit of time on this planet, but I have known people who could literally spend all day in bed, that they could wake up and just spend all day in bed. And that has always bothered me. I dated people, I lived with women that were really, just one comes to mind, but let's go ahead and take this. But I lived with a woman who was like that, who could literally just kind of spend all day in bed. And I hated it. I never liked it. And then today I was like, I kind of get it. I kind of got it, right? Because it was just for whatever reason, I didn't sleep well last night, and I was like, I want to go to bed. I took a couple naps. I got up really early. I started work early. I was sitting down on my computer a little before 5 a.m. and but then I took a nap at like 8, and then I took another nap at like 1. So don't judge me. Do not judge me. All right. All right. This guy's playing kind of slow. What is going on in this game? I'm not even paying attention. I feel like we need to bring this up. If he takes, I take. He takes, I take, he takes. That's a losing trade. So we're not going to do that. I might just bring this guy up, protecting this. Bring this up to pin that knight. I could pin the horsey to the queen there. And then what are we going to do? But yeah, so it was just, today was just really a day. I just wanted to stay in bed for most of the day. What is that move? He's not going to go here. He might be trying to come down here, like something weird. Let's just go ahead and stick with our plan. We can still pin. No, not like that. We could... okay, so he's going to castle. Let's go ahead and do this. He's probably going to try to kick me away. If he does try to kick me away, I'll push back. Then he'll try to kick me away again. I'll push back here. And then if he pushes down again, I might drop over here to the side of the board, which is not ideal, but I could do that. Let's do this. Razman is in the house. He says, too many naps. What are you, European? Dude, I am already planning my naps for tomorrow. Like, I love napping. Like, and lately I have just loved crawling in bed. Like, I am like, I want to go to bed. I just want to scroll until I get sleepy and close my eyes and go to sleep. That's all I want. And if that's a trait of Europeans, then okay, then maybe I am. You got a problem with that? Huh? You got a problem with that? All right, let's see what happens. But no, it's just, I don't know, man. But I think also part of it is that I am still in like travel mode, right? Because I was in Fiji for a couple of weeks, and then I was in hell for a week, also known as San Francisco. And so I was like, when I'm in travel mode, it's I don't know how to put it. Like when I get home, I have my wife, I have the pets, I have the house. There's all these responsibilities. But when I'm traveling, it's like this whole out of sight, out of mind kind of thing where these responsibilities, if I am traveling, those responsibilities do not exist. I mean, obviously they do exist, but again, out of sight, out of mind, it's like my brain can relax. But then when I get home, I have this mounting weight of responsibilities just on my shoulders, and it's exhausting. And I think what it is that, today was like the first day that I was like really back at work. Oh boy, there's a thunderstorm coming. I want to check something out really quick. So I think what's happened is that all these responsibilities just weighing down on me have created this like mental fatigue, and I'm just freaking exhausted. And that's why I was just like, I just want to go to bed. Like I just want to take a nap. And then I got up from the nap and I was like, I'm already ready for another nap. What's going on with the radar? What's going on here? There are some thunderstorms in the area, but it looks like, so I'm like right here in Sterling, and I'm sure everything's moving to the right. So maybe this, but I see lightning, so I don't know what's going on. Okay, did he move? Okay, so he wants to come here. I'm positive that's what he wants to do. Let's just go ahead and prevent that. And we're actually going to do some programming because Friday night we didn't actually get to do any programming because I got distracted with talking about stuff. So we're not going to get distracted tonight. We're going to stay focused tonight. I think I'm just going to take that. Take. Let's think about this. Okay, I take, he takes back. And then I can reroute my knight over here to eventually put him here. And then maybe there. Yeah, let's do that. I think also that's a good move because then it frees my queen up to come over here or somewhere like that. So let's do that. He'll take. Okay, so he takes... Oh, let me position this. Here we go. I want to make sure people in the mobile can see it. Everything. All right, let's move him back. Probably, we could go here to harass the queen, which is actually not a bad idea. And I think that is actually probably going to be my move. Now, he might do... No, he's not going to do a queen sacrifice. I don't think he's going to do that. I am attacking this. I could just take that pawn. That pawn's really weak, right? Depending on what he does, I could just take the pawn harassing the queen, which is probably a better idea than my original idea, now that I think about it. But yeah, you know, it's been exhausting. But I'm hoping tomorrow it'll be a little bit better because I'm readjusting to being home. And I'm also in a weird state. I think also I'm a little depressed because I don't have my next trip planned. Like, I am so used to traveling so much that I always have a trip like out in the not so distant future. And so right now I'm in limbo as to I don't have a trip planned. Like, where am I going to go? And I've been looking at Ethiopia. Like, I might go to Addis Ababa. I'm thinking I'll go to Addis Ababa. Okay, so he's protecting this. I don't know why he's so concerned about that queen. Maybe we just go ahead and go here. Or I could do this. And then he takes, I take. But then that weakens this pawn. I think maybe I'll go here to connect my rooks. Also bring this out. This pawn's kind of weak. The queen's protecting it now, but I don't think the pawn's going to dedicate a lot of time to that. Yeah, let's just move the queen up. Razman says, if you make him move the queen away from protecting his horse, then your bishop can trade. It's true. That's actually not a bad idea because then it opens up his king. Actually, I think now is an excellent time to do that because let's say that he goes here, then he takes, and then I can take this. And like his king is just naked out in the open, just wandering around with no clothes on, with his bare butt just exposed to the wind. So, and nobody, that's not a good feel. I mean, it feels good. If I'm being honest, like having a nice breeze kind of blow up there, it does feel good, but nobody wants everybody to see that. That's like something that you do in private, right? Like if you're standing and I know the guys listening, like if you're wearing shorts and boxers and then like if you're outside or something and then you stand with that perfect angle with like your like and the breeze just comes right up and kind of like you get that breeze like right on your boys and you know what I'm talking about, like that's good stuff. Yes, the queen was a nice move. Yes, that queen was a nice move. Yeah, I know, I'm a genius. No. But we're actually going to do programming tonight. I have something I want to do. At some point, we're going to make... I feel like progress has been at snail's pace on this game, which is fine, right? I mean, we're not under a deadline. We're just casually working on it. It has been fun learning Unity, though. But I have found that I've been getting... Like, now that I have a little bit of knowledge under my belt... still tons to learn, but I definitely know more than I did 4 months ago when we started this. Well, I guess we started in like November. So I definitely know more than I did then, but I'm still very much a beginner at this, but I'm feeling this urge to start over, right? Because you start to learn how things work. And then you start to feel like how the patterns should work and how things should be structured from the get-go. But I'm resisting that urge mostly because I don't think we're so far deep into this project that we still can't mold things to how we want them. I don't think we're too far gone where we can't really change some fundamental structures in the project in order to kind of, make them better designed. All right, come on, dude. Why are you playing so slow? Is he going to make me sit here for 9 minutes? Razman says, you will like it. I'm not sure what you're talking about. You will like it. What was I talking about? Am I on a delay? Let me look if I'm on a delay. I haven't looked at the move yet. I'm hoping it wasn't a good move. No, I'm not on a delay. Okay. Oh, he moved the horse. Ah, he heard Razvan speaking. All right, so I'm going to bring the queen out with the thought of going here, here, and then checkmate. That is my plan. If he goes here, I will just take. This bishop is useless, which is good. I'm going to go here, I think. I think that's a good move. Now, he could come down and fork me. That's something to consider. He forks me, I take. He takes back. Oof. All right, so maybe we don't want to do that. In which case, this pawn is a pain in the butt because I would like to go here so that I can get to this square. I can't just take because he'll take back with the queen. So maybe I do push this pawn up. Maybe that's the move. I push this up. He takes. I could take back with my knight. I think that's the move. This pawn. This was a good move on his part, and it makes me wonder if he's cheating. Like that knight move was an excellent move. Is YouTube okay? I was saying I forwarded you something over, and oh, I saw that. I saw that. I saw what you saw with Michael Singleton or whatever it was. I saw that. I reacted to it. Let me find it. Let me see. Where did it go?
My name is Michael Singleton. My name is, I got a crack warrant. My name is Michael Singleton. I want you to please take it.
Yes, because Razvan, of course, is obsessed with the Singletons. Michael Singleton. Michael Singleton wants everybody to know that he was tased at Dallas Airport. Michael Singleton is on the case. Where is Not Sure, Ben? Why have we not seen? Is Not Sure okay? Can we do a proof of life check on Not Sure? I think I'm just going to take with the knight at this point. But where does he want to put this queen? No. I mean, I guess. No. I guess. Let's just take. So now he has to move the queen. Really? You can't type Instagram into YouTube chat? Maybe YouTube doesn't let me say the social media. It doesn't. Surely you can say Instagram. Surely you can. All right. So he is trying to come down. I take. He takes. What is he? Does he want to get this? I mean, my bishop is pretty vulnerable, but I could go here. I'm thinking about moving my queen there. That attacks this pawn. It guards this bishop. Here. Because I'm thinking he wants to move the knight either to G4 or F3. Either way, I think I would probably just take it with the bishop. Yeah, so I think I'm going to move the queen here. Yeah, let's do that. Now I'm attacking this pawn. I don't think there's really any way to guard the pawn unless you move the queen back here, but I don't know that it's worth it. And then... yeah. I would like to get my rooks into the game somehow. Maybe bring that one here, push this up. Horse to f4. F4. Is that f4? Yeah, that's f4. Yeah, but then he takes... I take... I'm not sure. Now, if he moves his queen, I do have to be careful because he would have a fork here if and I would lose a bishop. So I got to be careful about that. I'm going to open the windows. It's like that nice coolness before a thunderstorm. Oh man, I was watching this video. In Poland about this guy, this politician in Poland who is just you know what? I shouldn't even talk about it. If he takes you, have E open for your rooks. If he takes what? I mean, yeah. He's going very slow, which makes me wonder if he's using an engine. Like, yeah, I think I'm just going to take. And then he takes. All right, let's think about that. So I take. He takes back. I guess he could take with the queen, too. In which case we do a queen trade, maybe? Yeah, let's go ahead and take. Now, if he takes with the bishop, if he takes with the pawn, I'll probably just move behind the pawn. If he takes with the queen, I'm not sure what I'll do. Oh, there's the thunder. There's the thunder. This game is taking a long time. I was hoping to do some programming tonight. Or some development. Maybe let's not say programming. I was hoping to do some development. Okay, so he took with the queen. I'm inclined to just go back. Or I could take this pawn. If I take the pawn, then he comes down and takes this. And I can't recapture. So, with that in mind, I could do this. If I push up, nah, he would just recapture. My queen, I have to... My queen's... Nothing's protecting my queen, so he could just take my queen. That would be a stupid move on my part. All right. I think I just go back here. I think I just drop back, because if I drop back and then he takes, I can take with the queen. Yeah, I think that's the move. And then maybe I can push up. He's taking too long for those two moves. He is taking suspiciously long, which is like making me wonder. And like he's making some really good moves too. So it's making me like wonder, like, okay, like I'm not a chess expert by any means, so I can't sniff out cheating as well as like a professional or anything like that. Like not nearly as good, but it does feel a little contrived or a little suspicious. We'll just go with that. It feels a little suspicious. He really wants a queen trade. I'll go here. If I do rook to f4, He takes with the bishop. I take with the pawn. He takes with the queen. I scoot over. Yeah, I think... Or we could scoot over now. Yeah, let's scoot over now. Actually, I think we scoot over now because I scoot over now and then he makes a random move. And then I can go here. I can take this pawn and he can't recapture with his pawn. And it's also check. About the social media names, I just tried to message you here. Message here in YouTube the names, and you have not replied to those. I guess you cannot see them. Here's what I see. I'll show you what I see. So, horse to f4 if he takes it. So, like, you can see the messages, kind of. So, I don't know. Instagram uses the best singleton pattern. No, it's the Michael Singleton pattern. All right, let's go over here. Why would they? Oh, so I don't think you can see it on your end, but I have two monitors, and the bigger come on, dude. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not trading. He really, really wanted a queen trade. I'm not doing it. And I know you should be suspicious when your opponent wants a queen trade. You should be like, well, do I want to give him a queen trade? And I don't want to. Plus, I know, like, at the higher level, queen trades are like normal. But I kind of like, do you really want to play without a queen trade? All right, so he does this. He's going to take. Okay, that's fine. You can do that. I'm going to scoot over with the intention of pushing up. And then this pawn here is still vulnerable. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if he brings his rook into the picture. All right. Well, if he doesn't want to bring his rook into the picture, well, okay, I should protect this. I guess I could take this. And then I could just start feasting on him, really. This is really the longest game ever. This is going to take up the full 2 hours that I was planning to do tonight. And I was going to refactor the entire project to one singleton. It was going to be the ultimate singleton. Riseman would have been so proud, but now I don't know if we're going to have time to even click on the Unity window in the background. Like, we might not even have time to do that now. I don't know. Yeah, so I've been thinking about my next trip, and it's looking like it's going to be Ethiopia. So I'll go to Ethiopia. I'll show. I'll share while we're waiting for this guy to flight. Oh my God! Why can I not type flight? I love this site, Flight Connections. I love it. I would actually sign up for a premium account, but it's like $20 a month, and it's like, okay, I like the site, but not $20 a month. Wait, what am I doing? So there is a long flight from Dulles Airport, which is my, okay, I'm thinking I might just scoot over to protect this. Let me see. I feel like my queen is a little... Oh, shit! No! 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 That was a mouse slip! No! No, motherfucker! Oh, come on! Come on! Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I got to tell him thank you. All right, that was close. Here? Which, of course, since he gave me a take back, I probably owe him a take back, which is fine. All right. Now he might just come down here. No, he wouldn't do that. If he goes to G3, then I'll actually just hang back. I've been following you just to create the new pattern called the Super Raz Singleton. What if the universe is a singleton? Like, have you thought about that? Oh, wait a minute. I see a better move. Yeah. Now he can't take because I'll just take the queen. Oh my God, he really wants this trade. If I take, he takes. No, I'm not taking. Because, like I was saying, like, at this level, at my level, it's no fun playing without the queens. It's just not. I think I will drop back to here. I probably should have dropped back to here, actually, because then I could take. No, because he might have taken... And then if he took, I would have just taken back. But, okay, I keep going from subject to subject to subject. Like, where has Not Sure been? Like, I need a proof of life from Not Sure. I haven't heard from him in weeks. The last time I saw him was when I was in Fiji, and it was a Saturday for me. It was a Friday night, so it would have been like 2 weeks ago. Oh, look at him. Oh, my God, this guy. I'm not trading with you. I feel like just taking my queen back here, just be like, no. If I go back here, he's going to go back there. I feel like I'm going to lift this guy up, bring him over. That is my plan. He might push down. In which case, I might just get in front of him. I'm drinking a can of Diet Mountain Dew. I kind of want another one. No, I'm going to be good. I'm not going to have another one. I'm not. I've had too much. I think I'm going to go here. I'm going to stick to my lift and shift plan. If he takes, I can take with check. He would probably block. No, he wouldn't, because then I could just take... Ooh, I can't... Wait. No, his... If he takes, is it better to... Let's see. He takes, I take with check. He... all right. I saw that coming. I think I just go in front. Oh. But every time there's lightning, this big monitor, so I was saying how I have two monitors. This monitor here, it like flashes. It goes black for like a split second. Every time there's lightning. I don't understand why. Come on. I'm glad that I'm way up on time. I'm tempted... Do I want to stick to my plan? Go here, then I could do something like bring my queen over here. Now might be a good time to pull back. Because let's say he pushes up with the pawn. Then I can take... No. Then he would just take. I'm not sure what to do here. I was thinking about pushing up, but that's like a sacrifice. Maybe I do stick to my plan. I can figure... Maybe I could put my queen here. All right. What if I do this? He takes... that's not good. Go. This is a good game. As long as I don't make any more goddamn mouse slips. Maybe I go here, attacking this. And then that gives me the option to check. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go here. Yeah. Interesting. Go here. He pushes down. I take. H6 to H5 was better. H6 to H5. This... If I do that now... He takes. I'm also thinking about F5. If I go here, he takes. I could do a check. He's forced to go back. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this. All right, so if I take... If I take, he takes with his rook. I can take with my rook. I could throw a check in there somewhere. I could push up. If I push up, he's going to push down and I can't take back. So I think I need to take now. Oh, man. Wow. I didn't realize how I was on time. Like, I'm almost equal time. Now he's playing fast. He can't take. It's guarded. I'm thinking about shifting it over here. That's a check. He has to go... Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I thought I moved his king. Well, now I got his queen, right? Like, I just trap his queen at this point. Yeah, I've won his queen. That's GG. Not necessarily, though, because at this level, it's still very easy to screw... Oh, he resigned. All right. So, okay, we did that, boys. We did it. That was a victory. That was a good game. That was actually an intense game. I enjoyed that game, and I came out on top. As that's where I like to be, on top. So yeah, I did it. All right, so let's talk about where we're at, or what I was doing. So what I was working on was this little health bar down here, and I'll show you. I'll show you what I accomplished, which is not a lot, but that's all right. Again, we're not on any deadlines. We're working at our own pace, and apparently so is Unity, taking its time to do this reloading domain. There we go. Okay. Wait, what in the world? Why was he facing the ground like that? Wait a minute. I don't like that. I'm going to try that again. Why is he now facing the ground? Anyway, but... You can see the health bar. As it gets closer, it gets more red. And then nothing happens. But I wanted to hook that up to damage. But now I have a bigger question. Why is he suddenly facing the ground when I start the game? That doesn't make any sense. Did I accidentally change something? We're going to figure it out. We're going to look. That's why you have source control. All right. So this would be the game Unity. This is the difficult part, though. Finding where I changed it. Like, this wouldn't have changed. Size delta. I don't think any of that would be it. Raycast target. Color. Oh my God, put a lerp on that health bar. I don't know what a lerp is. I don't know what you mean by that. Health bar. I removed that. Now it's really bugging me why the camera is... Okay, so I got to figure out where the camera... Let me see. Okay, where's the player character? Here he is. And then... Okay, wait a minute. Oh my god, the camera's all messed up. Is it? Wait. No, it's not that. Is it this? No, not that. Where are my gizmos? I'm really disliking Unity more and more because I work on my Mac and then I work on my Windows machine, and the UI is not consistent on either of them. It is like two different UIs depending on what machine I'm on. Okay, now I know I have a view where I can see the camera. Like I can see. Can I do? Okay, there we go. Okay, all right, that helps. At least I thought it helped. Okay. Why is it angled down? It doesn't look angled down. Okay, main camera. Okay, if I tilt it up. Okay, what if I do that? Does that help? Let's see if that helps. That's actually not going to help. It did help, but... Huh. I guess that worked. But wait, what changed here? Oh. Oh. Wait a minute. I have an idea. Okay, door interaction, I can... Oh, okay, I can check this in. Removing debug. Remove debug code from door interaction. Okay, we can do that. Display health equals math lerp. The lerp is the... That's the normalization function, if I remember correctly. I don't understand why I need it. Wait, display health, current health, time delta, lerp speed. I'm not... what is that function doing, Razman? I don't understand what the purpose of that is. I'm going to ask AI. Let's see. My future best man, Raz Singleton man, is suggesting I add this to the health bar. However, I'm not sure what purpose it serves. All right, let's see what this... Raz Singleton man is on the right track. That line is for smooth interpolation, so your health bar eases to... Oh, I see. Okay. All right, you were taking issue when because I have a little... So I basically... Okay, I get it now. I get it. It's you're taking issue because it's jumping, which I think is fine. I get it. Okay. But one thing at a time. Okay, let me look at the other changes. We had this debug input manager, which I forget what I was using. Oh, okay. So this is a new file I added for just like debug because I can see myself adding more debug functionality. So I just hooked in a right and left bracket to manually changing the health bar. I guess we could add that. But no. I wanted to change this because instead of actually, because all this is doing is changing the health bar. I actually wanted to change the player's health. And I needed to remember how we did all of that. So I think we had a player stats hooked up. Yes, right here. Let's look at this really quick. So this was player stats has health. Oh, I remember that. I remember we added the interface has health. And now do it ease bounce just for doubting me. I wasn't doubting you. I just wanted to understand the purpose of it. I didn't understand, but now I get it. You didn't like how the value jumped, how the bar jumped. Personally, I see no problem. I see no issue with discrete changes and values like that. But, I guess people like continuous changes as opposed to discrete changes. Whatever. I always kind of did prefer discrete mathematics to like real analysis. But number theory, I really, really liked number theory. When I was doing my math degree, I really, really liked number theory. Number theory is very discrete. But there was calculus in it, and calculus is all continuous. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, so what are we doing here? What is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, update health equals 0, player stats. So we had something in the gunshots. I was trying to remember all of this. So there was something with a gun. No? Shoot? NPC shooter. Okay. So this is the NPC. This is when the NPCs were shooting, then they shoot, and then if they hit, that's right. They're looking for something that has health. So why an interface for health? So because multiple things are going to have health. You're going to have the player is going to have health, but then individual NPCs will also have health. And since the player and an NPC are not derived from the same class, I was like, well, let's just use an interface. It's a very basic. I don't even remember what I did with the interface. Let me see. What did I put in it? Yeah, it's literally just health. It has an extra line. A getter and a setter for the health and max health, take damage and heal. So that's it. All right. So yeah. So when you do this, so I've been debating a lot because a lot of this is also dependent upon you dragging properties from one game object to another, right? So what I mean by that is, I guess an easy way to do what I'm trying to do would be, what would it be? It would probably be to have wait a minute. Yeah, so this health bar here, this would be like the player health bar. And then I could drag the player object to the health bar. And then the player object is going to have an I has health interface. So that would be one way to do it. And then on the update method inside of the health bar, let's see, the health bar script, which is right here. And I could have an update method in here. Yeah, current health. I would be easy enough to just have a player object in this that I drag over. Or I could have it would be a game object that has a has health interface. That would be one way to do it, is to just link it with objects. The other way, I was trying to think, okay, that's one way to do it. How could I do this with events? Like events. Like I was thinking like this could have an event like on health changed. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work because then you would still need some kind of linking of the objects. So we might as well just do with my. Okay. Calm down. Just calm down for a minute. Just calm down. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a serialized field. Serialized field. We'll do it private just to make Razman happy. And then it's going to be... Oops. Well, I got to spell it correctly. Where did I misspell it? Serialized field. Okay. Private, and then I guess it would be game object. And then it would be... What do we want to call this? Health object or target object, I guess. Yeah, target object. And then the target object. Now, here's where it gets tricky. Wait a minute. Take max health. Health. Okay, the health is the setter. I'm really not crazy that this is going to be called on every update. Where's this update bar getting? Oh, it's getting called in set health. Okay. I think we might... Oh, I think we might actually end up using an event. But I got to think about this for a minute. Are you familiar with game object find? Yes, I am. But doing a find in an update terrifies me. Absolutely terrifies me. Now, I guess you could do a find with the... But there's a couple of things I don't like about the get object find. First of all, I guess you shouldn't do it in an update, but I guess you could do it at like in the start method or in the constructor. Actually, I don't think you can do it in the constructor because all those objects aren't linked up in the constructor. So you could do it like in your start method. You do find and then you set a member variable to whatever you're finding, and now you have a reference to it. That's one thing. That's one way to do it. The main thing I don't like about it, other than if you're going to do it in the update function, the other thing I don't like about it is you're hard coding that value. Find player, find this. What I am trying to think about is this health bar. Well, eventually, if I go back to the screen, eventually what I would like is you would have your health bar, right? But then maybe you could also have a health bar for the green guy and for the other NPCs that are on your team, right? Also, maybe, I don't know. Oh, God, it's really coming down. I'm going to shut the window. Whoa, thunder. Okay. The other thing, actually, but I don't know that this would work, is what if I want the health bar to be floating above the guy's head, right? Like you see that in a lot of games. So I don't like these finds, because I've noticed that AI will do finds and updates. Like the AI code that it generates, it will have a find something. Whenever I see the word find, that means you're iterating some collection. That means you are, and hopefully it's an ordered collection, right? Hopefully it's ordered, and therefore you can use something like a binary search, or, under the hood, hopefully it uses something very efficient. Even if it is, I still don't like it. And then I don't like the linking of with the hard-coded values. So I'm looking for something more dynamic. I'm guessing this probably could not be used to float on the guy's heads. This would probably need a canvas. But still, I would still want it. I still want it to be linked up, and I want to be able to have multiple health bars for each of the NPCs, and just kind of say, okay, this health bar is this NPC, this health bar is this NPC. So that's why I'm going to use this target object. But now I'm basically updating. Now I'm thinking, well, I can update the health bar on every update. I don't like that. I want to avoid doing things in the update method. So what that tells me is that this target object, it should have an event to it. And it would make sense to have, and I don't know if you can do this, but it would make sense to have an event in this function. Oh, Jesus Christ. It is storming outside, boys. It is storming. This is not Shore's fault. It's because he's not here. I'm just blaming Not Shore. But what I was getting at is it would make sense to have it would make sense to have the event inside of has health, right? Like, I forget how to do it, but it's like public. It's not called an event, or is it an event? Yeah, it is called something like this, right? Like, look, yeah, public event action. I don't know. I don't quite understand what the action is doing, but on health changed, and then inside of player stats, you would like when you actually inside of the implementation of take damage, you would call that event. And then in here, I could just listen to the event. So let's try to do that. Now, where have I used an event before? I don't remember where offhand. On gun fired. Okay, so public static. I suspect that interfaces cannot have events like this, but let's try. Let's see what happens. Oh, that action is defining like a function. Okay. So float, which would be the health. Let's see. It's probably now this error is probably going to tell me something like you can't have an event on an interface. I bet you probably cannot. The type A action could. Okay. Well, that's not bad. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. Where is action defined? Delegate. Oh shit. I think the universe really wants me to use a singleton. Oh, that was serious. That was serious. A find and awake and start should be good. Yeah, I mean, it would. But again, I don't want to go with the hard-coded like string values and stuff like that. And then you have to, like, I want something more dynamic. I don't know if this is allowed. Let's just ask AI. In C#, can an interface define a static event? No. Interfaces cannot define static members, including static fields, methods, properties, and events. This is because interfaces describe instant behavior, not static global behavior. All right, if you need something like a global event pattern, consider using a singleton. I'm curious. Oh, no. Okay, this is fine. Game events. Oh, my poor dog. He's probably freaking out right now. Poor little boy. Okay. So this is saying like a global event pattern. Consider that. So you would just have game events. I'm not crazy about that. I guess it's not the. No. It is the worst. It is bad. That is bad. Observer pattern via instance interfaces. Wait, this is what I want. Oh, it's just a difference between static and non-static. Yeah. I am just here to see how far you go without a singleton. All my professor and Unity YouTubers use it. Yeah, it's because they're noobs. The day I trust a college professor is the day I don't know, but I have no faith in college professors. All right. Well, depends on the subject. And this subject, no. I will argue with a professor any day. Now, in something like biology, well, what the hell do I know about biology? I don't know anything about biology. Okay, so this looks like this. Okay, where is action defined? Where is action defined? Quick fix. No. Quick fix. Oh, it's just in system. Okay. All right. But we don't want on death. We want to have a float, and then we want on health changed. Okay. Excellent. So now we have an event inside of this interface, and now player stats, what player stats can do when this is over here, we can call, okay, if health equals, okay. So we could just do Yeah, see, like the AI already knows. So I have my AI. I told my AI that when it writes a comment, I want it to pre-pin the comment with AI because I want to know it was a comment that the AI wrote and not me. And let's see, the AI should, yes, this is perfect. This is perfect. Now it's got the red line. So why is that? Okay, the name On Health Change does not exist in the current context. Did I name it? Did I name it correctly? Let me see. On Health Change. Let's just copy this. Okay, easy. Huh. Public action event. Observer pattern via. Okay. Oh. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, so I define it. Oh. I see. Yeah, because it's okay. I have to implement it. So I implement it here. Okay, so that's health. Let's just link that up. Okay, max health. Okay, and then we'll put this at the top. No, we won't put it at the top. I don't want to put it at the top. We'll put it down here. Okay, so this needs the system. And then, okay, so we've implemented it now, not on death, on health changed. No overload for method invoke takes one argument. Well, wait a minute. So how do I do that? Okay. I went with option number 2. Show me how to invoke it in the concrete class. By the way, my professor is one of the members of developing the Peppa Pig mobile game. That's cute. That's cute. No. I want to. Okay, sorry. Show me how to invoke it with an argument. For example, a on health changed event with an arg that passes in the new health value. All right, let's see what that does. Oh my god. Okay, we defined it correctly. Oh, we didn't put it here. That's probably why. All right. There we go. Now we're cooking with bacon. All right, and we go over here. Okay. So now we have defined this event. We have required that any object that implements the I has health interface must have an on health change notification. Essentially, it's an event. It's a notification. It's a wizard. It's all fairy dust. So now that the player stats, he has this. Now what we can do is we can take this target object. I don't think we can do it in the constructor. I don't think we can. No, we can't. Because these will be set after the object is constructed. Right? Because what we're going to do is, where health bar is attached to a game object, we're going to have to drag over the game object that is the target object, right? The target object for which it is tracking the health of. So we'll do it in... What is the difference between... Isn't there a start as well, right? Yeah. So what is the difference between awake and start? I mean, obviously it's when they're called, but when is one called and when is the other called? In Unity, the mono behavior class has an awake and a start. What is the diff? Great question. Thank you. This tripped up a lot of Unity devs early on. Here's a clear difference between awake and start and mono's behavior. Okay, awake. When the script instance is loaded before scene starts running, initialize stuff regardless of scene state. Start just before the first update, only if enabled. Start logic that depends on everything being ready. Okay, so we want to do this in awake. We don't want to do it in start. We'll do it in awake. Now, we have to hook this up. I got to remember how to hook it up. What do we got? We got this here. Okay, so we're going to have to cast it to an I has health, right? Target, get component, I has health. Okay, so I guess we don't have to cast it, actually. And then, what we'll do is we can have I has health dot on. Okay, health changed. Perfect. Now, we're going to refactor this entire class, right? Like, I don't know that we even need the current health. Maybe we do. I don't know. Oh, excuse me. Razman's writing a novel over here. By the way, okay, we read that. If game, collision game. No, I don't want to use the tags. Collision game. Okay, because it's a player health. That's how I do it for damage control. Yeah, but again, that's the problem that I have with that code is the player's not the only thing that's going to take damage, right? So the code that handles things, entities, taking damage, it should be done in a way, at least, I mean, I see no reason not to do it. If it's overly complicated, then okay. But it should be done in a way such that that code is reusable for all things that take damage. That is what I'm trying to accomplish here. Okay, so let's see. Private. On health change, current health, update bar. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now what we have is we have the, now we're gonna get an error because I think, is it friendly NPC or is it base NPC? Base NPC has implemented I has health. So what we need to do now, since we did it in player, we just simply, I think all we need to do is just define it. Base NPC. And there is health logic in here, so that's good. Oh, wait. Yeah, there is. Okay, so we can put this down here. We need to update. Oh my God, it is really pouring. It is. There is something special going on outside. My poor dog must be freaking out downstairs. Mulan! Okay, so we have that. We have on health changed. Okay, where did it go? I literally just pasted it. There it is. So now what we can do is we can, right? I like using this because I like to be explicit. So now with this, any entity that derives from base NPC or the player object itself, you can now hook a health bar up to it, and then the health bar will automatically adjust. Okay, so let's check out what the, we're gonna refactor has health. We're gonna refactor health bar in a second, but let's see if we have any compilation errors. Let's see what's going on. And we don't. Of course we don't. Like, I don't make errors. It's that simple. Like, it just doesn't happen. Just calm down. It's a joke. It's a joke. Okay. So one thing we should probably do is what happens if you don't have I has health? Like, will it throw or will it return null? That's a question for AI. Or maybe Razman knows. If get component in the following code fails, does it return null or does it throw? let's figure it out. Let's see what happens. Get component returns null if it fails. It does not throw an exception. Okay, so what we want to do here is we want to throw an exception. I guess we could just log. No. One thing that I have not even touched upon with this project is error handling. Like, I don't even know what happens. Like, if something is not wired up correctly, oh boy, that's how you get crashes. But, okay, target. I mean, I don't even know if we should, like, what do we do? Like, I guess we just throw. Yeah, we just throw. Okay. I think that's fine for now. Okay, so now we can hook this up. So that was the health bar. Wait a minute. So we got the health bar script here. Target object is blank, so we should be able to just drag this here. Okay. Now, let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so the other thing we want to do. Debug input manager. So we don't want to have a health bar in the debug script. We want to have the player object in the health script, and we want to set the player. We want to set the player's health in the debug script. So debug input manager. So here we have this health bar. No, we don't want that. We want game object, and then we'll just call it target object. No, we'll call it player object. Player object. Update. Okay, so what we're going to do now. What are we going to do now? Oh, okay. No. Yep, this is what we're going to do now. No, not health bar. No. var I has health. I has health. Okay, yes. Okay, no, we're just going to assume success, just like I do in life. Again, why you want to throw an error? Because I don't know what's going to happen. Like, like I said, error control, like error handling is just a disaster right now. Like, I haven't thought it through. I'm not sure how error handling happens, how it works in Unity, but my instinct tells me to throw an error here because what's going to happen if I don't? Let's say that I have hooked something up incorrectly, right? And and what if this line returns null? I has health is null. And now I'm going to come down here and I'm going to try and set a variable on a null object. In C++, that's a crash. In C#, I'm pretty sure that is I think there's something like a null exception or something like that. Isn't there like a null exception? I'm pretty sure that would throw an error anyway. So why not throw an error? Error is going to get, if either way, an error is going to get thrown. So just throw the error. At least this way, I know I can be very explicit about the error, and I can read this error and know exactly what is wrong. If I instead do it here, then it's like null, like something like that. Oh, you need debug error. Well, that's a log message, right? That's a log message, which is different from throwing an error. A log message, if I did a log message in here, so I could do a log message and then return immediately, but then this other stuff won't get called. Right? So it's like you got to decide, like, what is the error state going to be, right? Because let's say I took your advice, right? Debug logger error, which the AI recommended initially, and it wants to return immediately. Now these two lines, which have nothing to do with I has health, never get called. Is that what we want? I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know. But it feels wrong to just automatically return without actually thinking it through. So I think the safe option is to just go ahead and throw the error. I think in this instance, I think the best thing to do is just throw an error, because otherwise it's going to like try to work. And like I said, so what I would really need if I if I did debug log error return else, and then I would put the I has health on health changed inside of the else statement, right? Like that. Oh shit. No, I don't want to do that. What the hell did I just do? Okay. Like this is more along the lines of what I think you're recommending, Razman. But again, like if I return in here, everything outside of this, like, okay, so what do I do now? Do I move this up before the if statement, which I guess you could, but again, it's like, no, I'll just return the error. I'll just return the error for now. For now, I'm not going to return the error. I'm going to throw the error for now. Let me get rid of that, and then we'll move this here. Okay. Okay. What was I doing? I forgot what I was doing. I literally just lost my train of thought. Thanks, Razman. Oh, okay. Here, player object, I has health get component, and this is if this is the same thing, we'll just go ahead and let AI do that. And honestly, this should be a thing where like in Awake, I'm like setting a memory variable, but since this is debug code, I am okay having this testing logic in the update method. And actually, since it's debug code, I'm okay with just not having any error checking. So what I would do here is I has health, no, the variable name, I has health. Then I could do take damage. Wait, right bracket would be increase the health. So I would heal 5F, right? And then the left bracket, I would do the same thing, except I would do take damage 5, right? -5. Oh, wait a minute. No. Ooh, I'm not terribly crazy about that pattern, because it's going to be positive no matter what, but one is a good positive and one is a negative positive. So I'm not crazy about that. I feel like it should just be like a single like adjust health or something command, and then you can pass in a negative. That's weird. It is a little weird, but we're going to live with it for now. Okay. So we have, I think the wiring is hooked up. Let's see if we get any compilation errors. Okay. We're going to test this in a second. I'm going to take a sip of water because I need to be hydrated for this. All right. Are you ready? Muan, you want to come say hello? Muan. My dog's ignoring me. All right. Let's see if this works. My wife didn't even say anything. Why do I automatically assume that somebody's broken into the house and is like getting ready to murder us? Okay, left bracket. It didn't work. All right. Variable player object in debug manager has not been assigned. See, it threw regardless, Razman. That's what I was talking about. All right, so I need to, okay, player object, I need to do this. All righty, let's go. See, the thing is like with Unity, like my instinct tells me that like some of these errors are grave enough where you wouldn't even want the game to start, right? Like if things aren't hooked up and wired correctly, you don't even want the game to start. Like you just want to like log it, show a dialogue to the user, and just quit. But that's for another day. Okay. Look at that. 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 Oh, that's beautiful. Do a null conditional operator for that function call. Yeah, actually, it's a good point. I forgot about that. I could do that. But look at that. And look, see, because I hooked the wiring up appropriately, it automatically ended the game when I set the player's health to 0, right? When the player's health went to 0, it automatically triggered an end game state. All right. Okay. So let's check this code in, and then we'll look at rewiring the health bar code. Or I'm sorry, refactoring. Okay. I still don't understand how I keep getting reset to staring at the ground. Didn't I already fix it once? WTF? All right, let's just don't worry about it right now. Okay. So this is probably hooking up all of the references and everything. So let's base NPC. We added the I has health, we added the on health changed event. NPC stat, we added it with same event adding. Player stats, same thing. We added it. Health bar, it's kind of a mess. We're kind of all over the place in the health bar. We're going to fix that. This other stuff, I don't know where this shit is coming from. Like this, like what, like, and why, like, and like, I don't know what these things are. They just like appeared suddenly. The debug manager code, we can do that. Okay. We're going to working on a non-singleton pattern health bar. Sorry, Rasman. All right. Perfect. All right. So we push that code. So now we have something. We have a working state, right? And now let's just look at health bar and see what we can do. All right. So come over here. So the fill image, like this max health, I don't think we need that. Right? Like we don't need max health because the player health changed. The target object actually will have a max health. I guess we don't need to serialize it actually. And what we could do, full screen. Do we want to do it in awake? I guess we want to do it in wait, what was the awake gets called before start, right? Isn't that what the AI said? Okay, awake, set internal values, create require component. Okay, yeah, so awake gets called before start. So what we'll do here, how do we want to do this? I guess we could just do it here, right? We can just do max health equals max health. Perfect. And then we can do current health equals I has health. Okay, that's perfect. And then we can get rid of this. I don't know that. So we don't need. Oh wait. Do we need max health really? I'm on the fence. Yeah, let's. I kind of want to have an I has health interface object. Is kind of what I am struggling with right now. Okay, I has health. What a great name. Okay, so I has health equals I has health. And then I has... Wait a minute. The component that's these are all references. Okay, so I can do this, right? That should work. Okay, let's look at max health. So if I have that, I don't need max health at all. I should just be able to do that, right? And then I could do the same here. Is there anywhere else I need to do it? No, I think that's it. So we can get rid of max health. I think we can get rid of current health too, maybe. Let me see. So current health... I don't think we even need the on health. Oh, wait, no, we need that. I don't know that we need set health. Yeah, we don't need this set health. Yeah, we don't need that. Right? Because it's all hooked up to the target object's health. So we wouldn't actually set the health directly on the health bar. We would set the health on the object for which the health bar is measuring. Let's see. So current health. Right. So I think actually, I think all we don't even need current health. We could just do, I think we could just do I has health dot current, or health, was it? Health. Okay, so all of that's good. We can get rid of this current health, and actually, this update bar can actually be the object handler. Update bar. And then all we need to do is just do this. Easy. And then we can do this. I always felt really good when you can delete code. Deleting code is a great feeling. All right. And then we can just do one call down here to update bar. I has health. Yep. So what we've done is we've gotten rid of those two useless variables. Now we have one object that is the I has health, and we're just using that. When the on health is changed, we're calling the update bar directly with the value. So in a sense, we don't even need the I has health. All we really need is max health. And this is where my C++ paranoia gets into play. Because look at this. You have float t equals health divided by I has health dot max health. Now that dot is like a indirect or a misdirection. Not a misdirection, an indirection, right? So how much in C#, how costly is that dot? Okay. You are not using a singleton. That's why it resets to looking towards the ground. Why you need line 19? Can it be a single one on 25 now is on 16 to 22? Are you talking about this? Maybe paste the line you're talking about. I'm thinking, is it going to be necessarily quicker? Right? Because I'm thinking we can get rid of I has health, the member variable of I has health, and just do private float max health. And then max health would be set in here, right? Max health equals my I max health, right? Update bar, update health. And we don't need that. We're going to do this. Easy. All right. Then we just need this max health here. I like this better because now we can get rid of this. And now there's no dot. Now, I don't know how costly the dot is in C#. In C++, it's actually kind of minimal. Like literally probably like a cycle or two. But would it be? It might not even be that. Because it's just a different memory location and it's just mapped. So actually I'm probably being that's probably premature optimization. It's okay. I like this better. I think it looks cleaner. I has health. Okay. I has health equals. Well, so I got rid of the I has health member variable. All right. Let's see if this works. Okay, we have no compilation errors. That's good. Now let's do a runtime check. Alrighty, here we go. It works beautifully. Why does it work beautifully? Because I'm a genius. I mean, can we just stop for a moment to just recognize that I am a genius? Let's just for a minute, let's just recognize I'm a certified genius. All right. So I think we definitely like whittled down health bar to a nice kind of compact. I'm going to get rid of. So wait, lerp fill color from red to green. So what was the lerping? Okay, let's check this in before we lerp. Okay. I don't want to get rid of these and get rid of these comments. We don't need all these comments. I don't like this. Why did AI name this T? Whatever. We're going to leave it alone. All right. So let's check this in. So this would be health bar. Cleaning up the health bar implementation. You know, I remember when I learned how to spell implementation because I used it a lot in Pascal. So I don't remember all of the like syntax of Pascal, but I do remember that when you were basically when you were writing a class, the equivalent of a class, you define all your member. It's very similar to C++ now I think about it, but where you define your functions, you have to put the keyword implementation. And I remember typing out implementation a lot. So Razman, so you can take a look at, I'll actually, can I do this? No, I can't. All right. So I'll send you a link to the health bar code, and you can, if you still have a question, you can point out what line you have a question about, and I'm happy to answer. But I'm pretty satisfied with that implementation. Let me scroll up and see if I can find your lerping thing. Okay, so this was the code that you. Let me look at it really quick. So math lerp display health. How would we do it? See, this would have to go in the update method. Right? Yeah, it would have to. And then we're gonna have because then we would need to have reference back to the current health, which we eliminated the need for a current health. Delta time lerp speed. So I think we're gonna save that. We're gonna tackle that another day. Or Razman, I am happy to look at your pull request. I am more than happy to look at your pull request for that lerping. All right. So now if I want to hook up a health bar for the green guy, right? Let's see. Could we do that really quick? So let's rename this. Player health bar. Okay. So let's duplicate it, and we'll call this green guy health. Health bar. Okay. Now we do have to move it. So let's see. I'm going to try and get in the front of it. Okay. We're not going to worry about labels right now. We're just going to move it over here. Okay. All right. So the one on the left is the player. The one on the right is the green guy. So what we could do, the green guy, we should be able to, let's see. Okay, so this has a health bar. So the target object on this is still the player, but instead we want it to be the green guy. So that's called Sun NPC. So that's that. Okay. So now what we need to do is we need to hook something up in the debug script to modify the Sun NPC health. All right. So it should actually kind of be the same, right? Player object, and then, but this is debug. Yes, NPC object. Look at that. Look at that. The AI gets me. And then what we're going to do is we're basically going to copy this code, but we're going to change the keys, and then we're going to change the object. So let's see. So we have, instead of right bracket, can we do, I'm just looking at my keyboard. Let's do this. Let's do dot 0? No, dot. It's not going to be dot 0. Num 0, right? Is it num 0? What is it? Where are the numbers? No, not keypad. Oh, come on. Where are the numbers? Would it be alpha? The 0 key on top of the alphanumeric keyboard. Okay, so 0 right will increase. Yes. Okay. And then we're going to change this one down here to alpha 9. All right, so 0 and 9 will basically be the triggers. And instead of player object, it's going to be NPC object. Oh, we don't have any way really to... Ah, wait a minute. And then we have... One of these I deactivated, but let me look at this. Sun state, sun... Oh, man. HUD panel. Then we have all of this stuff here. Rename. Sun health. I got to remember how to do this. So sun health is there. So what we're doing is we're going to add a little debug statement here for the sun's health. Now, I haven't used this debug window in a little while, so I don't know if it works. I guess we're going to find out. Okay, so let me bring it down a little bit. Here we go. Easy. All right. Sun NPC health. Can I spell correctly? Health. Okay. Easy. Easy. Okay, we got that. Now I need to go into, which script is it? There is a script that I have to modify. Debug HUD script. Okay. Debug inside NPC. Oh, why is this all... Do I need to enable this? Oh, I think I do. This is one of the first things I wrote, so I don't know. Okay, it's been a while. It's been a minute since I've looked at this script. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to add the sun NPCs. Just add him here, and I should be able to do this with. Okay, so we can add another one. Sun NPC health text. Then we can just do down here. Sun NPC health. Sun NPC health. Okay, perfect. Actually, I don't think that's going to work. That's not going to work. Because Sun NPC... Wait a minute. Where did it go? Sun NPC. Oh, no. Actually, that should work. That should work just fine, actually. Sun health. Okay. And then we need... It should be hooked up, I think. Let me see. No, there's going to be a new one here that I need to hook up. Yes, Sun health. And then we can just drag this one here. Okay. I have no idea what's going to happen. Let's. I mean, it's compiling, so that's good. Okay. So we have the sun health over there. It says 100.00. It's fine. All right. So my health is still triggering as I would. Now here's the test. I'm going to press 9. Oh, it didn't work. The variable controller of debug HUD has not been assigned. What? Who? Who? What variable exactly are you talking about? I don't know what variable it's talking about. Is it talking about this here? I hate how it doesn't save. Look, it still has the star. I have the setting turned on for it to save. Okay, let's clear the log. Unassigned reference. The variable object NPC object debug input manager has not been assigned. Oh, okay, that's good. That's a different error though. The problem there is wait a minute, I'm confused. Debug input manager. Where did that go? Is it on player? Yes, debug input. Okay, NPC object, and we want to drag this on NPC over here. Okay, easy. All right, let's see if this works. We're getting there. We're getting there slowly, but we're getting there. Okay, let's clear the log messages before we try. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look, you can see the health bar is changing. The Sun NPC health up at the top is changing. The player health is not changing. I can change that by pressing another set of keys. Look at that. So that, and I did all of that without having to do any like hard-coded find the player object tag, find this tag. All just did it all just by, which I think is a better method as to just kind of drag into things as opposed to having hard-coded variable names essentially. Now, I might get 6 months down the road and realize that that is not correct. I don't know. But just, I think that this is a cleaner implementation. And this also demonstrates what I was trying to get at, where like now it's very simple to just add a health bar for other things. So that was cool. That was a cool little experiment, and I'm glad it worked. I don't know if I want to check this new, I guess. Maybe. No, I'm not going to check this in right now because the stuff for the Sun NPC that was just kind of testing to make sure everything worked out. I'm not convinced. Maybe. I'll leave it alone for now. When you going to install the GPU into your machine to run Unreal? You know, I have Unreal installed, and it took like 6.5 hours to load. And no, I don't want to deal with it. No, we're going to stick with Unity. Plus, the problem is, if I do with Unreal, I believe you can use C++. I'm going to be tempted to use C++. I'm enjoying using C#. I work in C++ every day, so I'm getting my C++ fix. I get my C++ fix every day, usually every day. But this gives me, this gives me a chance to kind of like reconnect with an old lover known as C#. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it a show there. It takes too long because you don't have a GPU. Probably, yeah. I have like a, I guess it's probably like 2 generations old now. Video card, but I don't think I have the. I don't think I would need a new power supply in this PC, and I don't want to deal with it. So anyway, all right. Well, that's going to do it for me for tonight. Thanks for watching, Razman. As always, it has been a pleasure. Not sure if you are out there in the ether. Miss you. Hope you're doing well. Come back soon. And what's this? Somebody's eating lamb biryani. I don't like it. All right. Thanks, guys. I will see you on Wednesday. I'll be back Wednesday night, 7 o'clock as always. Not as always, but as, sometimes. I'll see you on Wednesday. All right, guys. Bye.